My name's Brian Rush. Welcome back to the lodge here at Rush Custom Callers YouTube channel. Let's have a seat and we're going to get back to the next episode.
Woo!
All right, so here's a tip on how to increase your chances of not getting 1, 2, 3, but multiple coyotes on one stand. Successfully shooting and killing and actually getting impact on that coyote. So you're calling. Everything's in your favor. The wind direction, the habitat, everything's in your favor. You're calling. The one coyote comes in. You see that coyote coming in. If it's in your effective range, give it a second. Just wait. Watch the body language. This is going to be trigger discipline for the shooter. Just wait. If you see the coyote look over its shoulder, if it's checking its backside, it probably has a buddy. The buddy's coming on the approach. So don't necessarily think that one call, one coyote, single coyotes coming in. Watch the body language. As long as your scent cone on your downwind is not blowing towards that coyote. And just remember, you point your downwind, that scent cone gets wider and wider the further you go downrange. Watch the body language of that coyote. If it looks over its shoulder, probably has a buddy. Just wait. Wait for that second coyote to come into view. Wait for that third coyote to come into view. Look for the second coyote. You see the second coyote. If that coyote's looking over its shoulder, there's probably more coming. Look for that perfect topographical feature where you kind of have the bird's eye point of view correlated with your wind direction, where you can overlook the habitat where you think the coyote's coming from. You see one looking over the shoulder, just wait. You see another one, that one's looking over its shoulder, just wait. Multiple coyotes. So as the first coyote comes in, this is me, this is what I do. I'm going to take the gimme, the easy shot. It's always better to leave with one instead of none. Take the easy shot. So just picture you as the shooter where all the noise is coming from. You shoot that lead coyote. Always ask the predator to stop. Give it a whoo! Bark, fart, cough, whistle at it. Make an audible sound that coyote stops and it locks up when it's oriented at the appropriate position for you to take a shot. Whether it's completely broadside or completely head on, don't shoot at the moving coyote. Reason for this is if you watch every single coyote, it's head down, head up, left, right, moving. It's on the approach coming to your call. Whether you're using an e-collar or a hand call, the head is up, down, moving. It's always on the move. It's examining all of its surroundings. When the head drops down, when the head comes up, you cannot time that perfectly to get this shot or get this shot. Stop the coyote. Stop the coyote you're targeting. Shoot it. Drop it. As soon as that gun goes off, rack another round if you have a semi. Bolt action, that's what I'm shooting. Excuse me. A bolt action platform like I'm shooting or a semi-automatic, it doesn't matter. Just wait for the second coyote, okay? You shot the first one, you had good impact on the first one. The second coyote, what you need to do is woo! Stop the second coyote. It heard something, it doesn't like it, typically turns, and it's running for the sanctuary of cover. It's running back towards the timber block. That's where safety is. When you see that run turn into a lope, and that lope turns into, the run turns into a lope, it's gonna stop. When you see the head turn over the shoulder, it's going to stop. Don't shoot. Wait for that second coyote to stop. You will get a follow-up shot on that second coyote. So confident we've done this so many times. Instead of spray and pray, shoot the first coyote, and then it's just fling, 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 shooting at a running coyote, decreases the chances of success. Let that second coyote just get a little bit further away from you as you're howling as loud as you possibly can till your diaphragm is just hurting. You're screaming and ripping howls, and you see that run turn into a lope. If you see that head turn over the shoulder and they're looking back, they're going to stop. When they stop, you have a window of opportunity. It's not very long, but it's way easier to shoot a stationary target than a running target. Just wait for that second coyote to stop. My best is calling in a triple. This is exactly what happened. Called in the first coyote. We started with vocalizations. I howled. Andy, 2 partners across the road from me, they howled. They had an e-caller on the other side of the road, and we had an audible response. They were on my side of the road. Those 3 coyotes came in, and it was 1, 2, 3. One came in, it stopped, looked over its shoulder, looked for its buddy, found its buddy. The second one came in, caught up to the first one. Now they came in as a pair. The first one stopped, both of them stopped. Both of them looked over their shoulder, and a third one was coming. That third one was coming in. So the topography dictated where Andy and my buddy Rick and my friend Colby, they were all overlooking, watching me. And it's my side of the road, a paved road. So I'm the only one shooting. The first one comes into view. We stop it. I say we because I wasn't ready yet. They saw something that I couldn't see. That first one was behind a roll of a hill that I couldn't see over. They stopped it, thinking they were helping me. I don't like this. All right. Time out. Starting over.
No, just continue on.
Continue?
Continue. It's very good. I'm
All right.
up in it.
All right. So that first coyote comes across the field and gets below the dip of a roll in the hill. I can't see the coyote, but from my friend's point of view, from the other side of the road, they have a topographical feature that they're looking down on me. They can see the coyote. So what do? They think they're helping me, and they go, whoo! And they stop the coyote. I can't see it. And the video was funny as heck because the interaction of me listening to their point of view versus my point of view, they stopped the coyote. From my point of view, I remember watching that video back and I said, why? What are you doing? And that coyote turns and it starts trotting away, just on a little bit of a lope. And as soon as I opened my mouth and I went, woo! They knew on the other side of the road, I had line of sight. So what do those guys do? They start howling like a bunch of banshees. They're ripping howls. That coyote stops. I anchor, I shoot, shoulder hit it, pile it. Reload, I go to the second one. That was the closest one. The second one is trotting away. It's going on the lope. It didn't start off on a straight out sprint. That thing's just running away on a lope. And I rip a howl, and that coyote stops, looks over its shoulder. As soon as I see it look over the shoulder, I don't shoot. I wait. It stops. Textbook. Shoulder, I shoot. I anchor that one, pile that second coyote up. I rack the third one. 2 coyotes, 2 shots. The third coyote is on horizon with a tree line behind it, totally safe backdrop to shoot, and I just start howling till my chest hurts. The guys on the other side of the road are howling till their chest hurts. They have an e-collar on the other side of the road, and it's just ripping pup distress at that time. So I'm ripping howls as loud as I can with my voice. My chest is burning. I'm howling as hard as I can, and I see that run turn into a lope. And that lope is gonna stop, but I'm gonna run out of horizon. So I grab my open reed coyote howler and just real quick. And as soon as I did that, that coyote is just about to stop, but I'm gonna lose horizon. I'm gonna lose visual on the coyote. And I just gave it a quick lead, elevated, educated guess of where to shoot. And I shot that coyote on the move, and luck was on my side. I didn't hit it in the shoulder. I hit it right behind the shoulder, hit it in the lungs, and I watched the tumble, and I knew I hit the coyote. So first one's dead, second one's dead. The third one, that coyote, when we walked up, we did the first recovery, the second recovery. Now the third recovery, when we went up to that coyote, 0 blood, zero evidence left on little bit of fresh powder snow on top of crust that we could penetrate through. We were crunching through it, but the coyotes were light enough. They stayed on top. 0 evidence that I even hit the coyote. But you could see the spinny spins, and then just all of the ground commotion of where that coyote tumbled after I hit it. And then you could see a direct line going towards the timber. If it weren't for snow and if it weren't for the technology that we have with thermals, guaranteed we never would have found that coyote. Beautiful, beautiful blonde coyote. I actually have it hanging up over here. That coyote ran straight into the timber block, went about 150 yards, and saw it in the thermal. We went through the pasture fence. We went through that the barbed wire fence on the edge of the pasture. When we went into the timber, walked up to the coyote, verified the coyote was dead, and we actually picked up the coyote and flipped it from right side down to left side down, ran my hands across the pelt, and could not find entrance or exit hole. 0 blood. 0 blood at all. This is why I say it's so important, if you have the opportunity, to put the shoulder shot on a coyote for pelt conservation and recovery. Increases your chance of ethically killing the animal and recovering the animal and pelt conservation. This coyote in particular, the angle that I hit the coyote was quartering away. I hit it just behind the shoulder, so great shot to take. I missed the shoulder, put it right behind the shoulder, entrance hole. The bullet did not pass through. It hit the opposing shoulder. All of the fragmentation of the expansion of that bullet stayed inside of the animal's chest cavity. That bullet did its job, but good luck recovering it, good luck finding it, and good luck with pelt conservation if you miss the shoulder. I preach this constantly. The distance was well over 300 yards when I hit this coyote, and they don't bleed like big game. It just happened to be snow on the ground, and the thermals that we had with the handheld scanners going in, finding the coyote, recovering the coyote, perfect pelt conservation. The bullet on the trajectory hit the opposing shoulder. Great shot to take, especially on big game. And we were able to successfully take that third coyote off of that stand. So stop the coyote. Always ask the predator to stop before you shoot it. Especially, you're going to take that shot. You know you want to take that shot. It's a gimme. Always ask the predator to stop. Their head's going up and down, left and right. Stop the coyote. Anchor yourself, be prepared for the shot, and have some trigger discipline before you shoot. It's going to increase your chances of ethics, success, and pelt conservation.